Alrighty, what's up, everybody? I'm back. I think I remember in the last video, my preview of the ration, that I said I was going to wait an hour roughly before I started filming the actual ration itself. Which I don't know. I guess it's been. I don't think it's been quite an hour, but it's been a little bit of time, I guess. But I'm starting to get hungry. So I figured there's no better way to take care of that problem than with this nice big old Russian ration here. So now in the preview video, I was trying to guess how much it weighs. Well, lo and behold, this little sticker right here on the front that I didn't really pay much attention to actually has the weight on it. And I guess that was for shipping purposes. They had to weigh it. So on the sticker, it faintly says 3.7 pounds. So you might as well say it's 4 pounds. It rounds up to 4 pounds. So it's right at 3 3/4 pounds. It's 3 pounds and 3/4 of a pound, or however you want to put that. I got the trusty Coleman El Cheapo military cheesy canteen here. It's been serving its purpose pretty good so far. So we got that in there for us to give us our water supply. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this thing open and see what we got before us. So I've never opened up one of these before, obviously, because I've never had one. But what I did find is that you can see right there is a little tear notch, and then what you have is a Ziploc seal on the outer pack, and that's so, of course, the Russian soldiers are going to be carrying this one ration around with them all day long. So what they do is they'll just get in and out of the pack over the course of the day. And this outer pack is meant to keep the ration itself waterproof. I don't think they would reuse this box. I think once they opened it up, they would throw all the rest of it in this pouch and just keep it in the pouch, and then just get in and out of it as they need to. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and use the fancy high-tech tear notch, just like that. Set that off to the side. Now we have access to the Ziploc seal. Ooh, it already smells interesting in there. Alrighty. There's the ever so cheesy Ziploc bag. I'm going to set the outer pack behind me here somewhere, so that way it's not in the way of everything. So here's the cheesy plain cardboard box that the actual ration comes in. What I'm noticing right off the bat is right here, it looks like there was a nice little indentation that formed from some sort of impact, or maybe it's set up against something that was like pushing on it right here. But other than that, I think that's the actual only thing on the whole box. And even that place right there, there's no residual, from collateral damage inside. So we're off to a good start. I think everything's actually intact. I think everything made it. I don't see no mold. I don't smell no mold. It doesn't smell like anything's bursted open, or I don't smell anything at all. I do smell some kind of you know, something. It's not. I don't think it's food. I think it's just the chemicals that the bag was made out of. I think is what I'm smelling. I don't know, but we'll go ahead. After you get this box out, all it is it's just a little simple. You know, it's just a little simple flap. You just pick it up like that and open it up. Alrighty, so move some stuff out of the way here, so I got room to get into this. So as you can see, what we got is a whole pile of stuff. And I think I figured out what the smell I'm smelling is. And the smell that I'm smelling is these right here. This is your Esbit stove with your fuel tabs. The fuel tabs is what's putting off that smell. So that's good to know that the only smell that's coming off is the only thing that should be smelling, and it's these fuel tabs. So this Esbit stove is kind of unique to this ration. I think this is the only type of Esbit stove that's like this. You know, every other ration I think uses a different type of stove. But you know, as you can tell, I don't know if it'll pull up on camera or not. Yeah, there it is a little bit. Everything's written in Russian. Yeah, yes. So obviously we don't really need to know Russian to tell that this is an Esbit stove with 3 fuel tabs. It's probably just directions that tells you how to fold it and use it and stuff like that. It's probably what it says. I can't read none of it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to go with what I remember seeing on ration reviews of how to fold these. And I know the pointed side, the pointed tabs stick up, and the flat tabs go down. And that flat tabs on the right there is the ones that goes. Well, you can't even see that. Sorry. The pointed tabs point up, and the flat tabs, I think, point down. So the flat tabs is what sets on the ground, stabilize it. The pointed tabs is what your main's set on to cook. So that seems to be what we got going on there. Next up, we have. I don't know if it's going to show. Okay, there it is a little bit. Some kind of oh, okay. I think this is jam. Some kind of jam. It's some kind of fruit jam. A fruit spread. It feels kind of mushy, like it's a fruit spread or a fruit jam or something. Sorry, I'm kind of sniffing a little bit. For some reason, my nose decided to start running on me. It's allergy related. Right all of a sudden, my allergies decided to start kicking up on me. Lucky me, you might be able to actually hear the way I'm sounding when I talk, that I'm kind of stuffed up. But moving on. Alrighty. We have. Okay, this is sugar. So we got 1, 2, 3 sugars. This is coffee. Luckily for us, we got coffee beans as the picture on the package. So luckily for us, we don't need to know Russian to know that that's coffee. Good deal. So we got sugar for our coffee so far. It's pretty good deal. I like sugar in my coffee anyway, so that's going to be a pretty good deal for me. Okay. We have 3 of the Russian spoons. I don't know where that. There was some random bug or something flying around and landed on the box. I was like, "You ain't getting my food, you stinking bug." That's my food. Go find your own somewhere. But yeah, here's your 3 plastic Russian spoons. Now these right here, I'll tell you right now, these are definitely no match for the USMRE spoon, and definitely for the Australian CR1M spoon. That Russian or the Australian spoon is like top notch. Like that's the best spoon you can get. But oh well, I mean we got 3 of them. Got caught in the cord here. I got my phone on charge so we don't have to worry about my battery dying trying to film this thing, because I know this is going to be probably one of the longest videos I've done so far. I'll just let you all know that right off the bat. Just because I don't really know what I'm doing with this. I don't know what anything is. I'm just going by what I've seen on ration reviews. People that's reviewed these, what I've seen, and trying to use my memory from that to gauge what I'm looking at. So, but right here, obviously, we can tell we got the ever so famous Russian IRP crackers. These things are reportedly really hard, but these ones here have been looks like they've been crushed just a tad. I mean, they still kind of hold their shape, but they have been broken up a little bit, which that's okay. I mean, you gotta remember the journey that this ration made to get here. So I expect the crackers to be broken up a little bit. I mean, you're not gonna get them perfect. I guarantee you that. And it's just like the vegetable crackers in the USMRE, the vegetable crackers. I mean, they're only whole when you get them because they're vacuum sealed. Once you break that seal and get them out, they fall apart. So, you know, broken crackers is nothing new to me. So we got 4 packages of crackers. That's a very generous portion of crackers. Those crackers, I think, are actually pretty good too, if I'm not mistaken. I think I know what this is. I think this is the cheese, the processed cheese. I'm going to guess that that's what that is. It doesn't say nothing in English. But here's a date on the back of it, I think. It might be Julian dated. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably Julian dated. So I'm guessing that's cheese. I mean, it's heavy. It's either a cheese or a pate of some sorts. Not sure. Could be. Maybe that's the cheese. I don't know. One of those two is the cheeses. I don't know. It is something. You can tell, obviously, I don't know nothing about what that is. But we'll open it up, we'll try it out, and then we'll let our taste buds tell us what it is. That's the only thing I know to do with that. I have no idea what this is. I think this is some kind of it's powdery, so I think it's some kind of a drink. It's either a drink or a soup or something. It does have a picture of what I think a cup with looks like steam coming off of it, so it might be some kind of a hot drink mix. I don't know. It's not tea or anything. I know that. So, okay, this is right here. I haven't seen this in an IRP yet, so I have no idea what this is. It feels like it's dense. It's a bar and it's dense, so it might be some kind of a fruit bar, I'm gonna guess. What do we have in? Oh, okay. So this is your water purification tablets. We're obviously not going to need that. We like to use that good old out of the ground water out here. We let the dirt filter it. So, yeah, we're not going to need the water purification tablets. We're not that far out in the woods. Very very interesting stuff so far that I'm coming across. I know these 3 square tins right here are the mains. I'm not going to know what mains they are, but like I said, I'm going to pick one out for breakfast, and hopefully I got it right. Oh boy, okay. Tea. I have yet to have a military ration that had tea in it, and I was hoping I'd find one in a U.S. MRE, but I think only the U.S. RCW MREs have tea in them. I don't think the brown bag MREs have tea. But I'm finally glad that I found a ration with tea in it, because I love tea. Sorry about that. I hit the cord, that the charger cord in my phone, and it kind of shook the camera. Oh, okay. I know what this is. This is one of those wet wipes. Remember how I said in the last video they come in sets? Well, okay, maybe this is one. Must be the set for your utensil, because it's green. Now, the white one is for your face and hands. The green is for your utensils. Is what the other MRE reviewers have stated on those. So there's the green ones. Maybe the white ones are floating around in here somewhere. So here's the matches. You get let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 6 matches and a little striking pad. These matches, from what I gather, are actually pretty effective. When they strike and burn, it burns kind of like a fireworks fuse, is what I'll refer to it as. It burns kind of fast, but it burns with a lot of energy, and it's a hot flame, like a hot flame. It's not like a typical match, and that's because, that is for one, to make them windproof or wind resistant, to make them harder to go out under windy conditions, and they're supposedly also waterproof. On the back there, it has a bunch of Russian writing, and I'm sure it tells you exactly what they are, but again, I don't know Russian, so all I know is that they're matches and they're supposed to be windproof and waterproof. So, alrighty, here's a main. I have no idea what that is. I hope I get kasha in here, like beef kasha and beef or something. I hope I get one of those in here, because I've been wanting to try Russian kasha for such a long time now, that I feel like I'd be missing out if I didn't get some kasha. I mean, kasha is like one of those super Russian staple food. Like, it's like you can't go to Russia and not have kasha. You gotta have kasha when you go to Russia. And here's another main. I have no idea what it is. I'm sure some of y'all that'll watch this has probably gotten these before and would be able to tell me in the comments section of what it is. My guess is that it's definitely going to have meat in it. I know these Russian IRPs definitely have the meat to them. They have a lot of beef in them. They have a lot of. They usually use a lot of pâtés and stuff. So it's got to be some kind of meat deal, or something with meat in it, for sure. Okay, these are your ever so famous Russian napkins that comes in these, and they got a nice pebbled texture to them for whatever reason. I guess that's supposed to be like a little touch of home right there. I guess a lot of people's napkins in Russia look like that. I don't know. Oh, I do know that that's kasha. I do recognize that Russian word right there. That definitely is kasha. K-A. I don't know the Russian alphabet, but using the English alphabet, it looks like it's K-A-W-A. I know I'm butchering that all to pieces, and anybody that's from Russia that'll watch this video, I'll apologize in advance if I'm obviously getting a lot of this stuff wrong, or my lack of knowledge of the Russian language. But that's kind of like, I know that's kasha. And plus, luckily for me, it has a picture of it right there. So when in doubt, use pictures. That's what I like to say. But anyway, I think I did find my breakfast made is going to be the kasha. I want to definitely eat the kasha for breakfast. I think that's actually what you're supposed to eat for breakfast with these. I've seen the some of the other reviewers that's done these, and most of them wind up eating the kasha for breakfast. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to eat for breakfast with these, but that's what I'm going to eat for breakfast. I'm trying to read on here some of, see if I can recognize anything else. That I think means it's 250 calories or something along that nature. Yeah, I mean, anybody from Russia, like I said, I apologize way in advance, because this is my first time I've ever really seen a Russian ration in person. But as you can see, we got a mountain of stuff from Russia. It's crazy the amount of stuff they put in here. So since we found our maid for breakfast, what I do with it? Okay, here's the Esbit stove. Now, I do know that a lot of people would say you should only use the Esbit stove outside because they stink horrendously, but right now it's about 30 degrees outside, and it's 33. I don't really feel like standing outside in 33-degree weather to try and light this thing. Oh, well, there went one fuel pad. It didn't bust apart, so we're good. I didn't realize it was packed so loosely like that. Oh, there's something else in here. What's this? What is that? Salt? Possibly? It's some kind of a powder. I think it's salt. Yeah, it's a white package. It's salt, I believe. So we might have to use that for the kasha. And then we have this little paper here. This is probably your instructions on what to eat for breakfast and lunch and dinner, which we can't read Russian, so obviously we're not going to be able to do that. Or is this the salt? That might be the pepper. Okay. I think this is salt, and I think this one's the pepper. Alrighty. Let me try to figure out, I'm going to get my breakfast picked out here. So we're going to do a pack of crackers. I'm going to do, I don't know if you're supposed to do this or not, but for the review's sake, we'll do this bar. Pack of crackers, the kasha, and this, I believe, is this fruit spread. So we'll do the fruit spread for the crackers, that bar, and the kasha. And what we're going to have to drink. We'll do the coffee. We'll do the coffee for our drink, because I'm dying to try the Russian coffee. Everybody that I've seen reviews says that this coffee is pretty good. So I definitely want to try the coffee, but I don't know how much water to use for it. It doesn't even, if it says it's in Russian, so maybe I can see on here it might actually have an amount I don't see anywhere. It says, well, it doesn't have a distinct amount on here that I would recognize. So, for starters, I guess I'll try 8 ounces. Feels like there's enough coffee in there to make an 8-ounce cup, so I'll try 8 ounces. So we gotta have that. We gotta have sugar for our coffee. There's no creamer. I'm surprised, unless there is, and I haven't found it yet. I don't see it nowhere. So I guess all we got was sugar for the coffee, and the coffee's just gonna have to be black, which I don't have a problem with that. Let's see, what's this stuff right here? Wow, this stuff is actually so bizarre to me. Like, I'm telling you, I'm like flabbergasted at the newness of this experience. Like, I never thought I'd ever live to see the day that I get to try Russian food, and let alone be coming from a Russian military ration, like, So, okay, coffee, spread for the crackers, the bar, the kasha. Sounds like a good idea. So, this is going to be my breakfast right here out of the ration. That's about the only way I know to do it. And then we'll have a lunch with one of the other mains, another pack of crackers. Probably do the tea. And then probably do one of these for lunch, and then dinner we'll do another main, and another pack of crackers, and then another one of these, and that'll probably just about complete this. It should wipe out this whole ration after doing that pretty close. I mean, I might have a pack of sugar left or something random like that, but anyway, we'll go ahead and get this Esmond stove folded up here. Well, let me do that right now and do this on camera. That way you might be able to see me do it. I might be doing something right. I might be doing something wrong. But I know this indentation right here is where your fuel tab sits. And I know you bend these up. So you're going to bend these up like that on each corner. And then the flats you're going to bend down on each corner, and then that should make your little Esmond stove. And then, of course, your if I can get one. And then, of course, your fuel tab will set in the middle like that, and then you'll light, and then set your main on top. So that's going to be my plan of attack for this thing here. So go ahead and start bending, I guess, and see if I do it right here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that makes like a little makeshift cooking surface for your main. And then this metal right here, I don't know what kind of metal this is, but it is really easy to bend, but yet once it's bent, it's sturdy. It's weird. I don't think it's aluminum. It could be. It might be stainless. It's the grain of the metal is weird. I've never seen metal that had that type of grain to it. I mean, it might be a common metal. I don't know. I mean, it's just a military ration. I don't imagine they would use something too alienated as a metal. But okay, see if I can get that. Here's one. We'll bend down like that. Bend that one down like that. And then that one down like that. And then that one. So when you get done with it, what you'll have is that. And what that does is you're gonna set your fuel tablet in the middle right there. You get your, and then your kasha is going to set like that. And that's going to cut like that. I'll tell you right off the bat, that mane feels like a super heavy mane to be setting on such a little surface like that. Like, I know the Russian government has thought that out and made sure that that was going to work like that, but man, look at that. That is just, that's an awful lot of weight to be setting on something so small. But, alrighty. Now, what I'm going to try to do, my nose, I tell you what, has got something, off the charts wrong with it right now. I don't know what it is. I can't keep my nose from running right now. I apologize in advance if I sound like I'm, sick or whatever. I'm not sick. It's just I have a really bad allergy problem, and for whatever reason, it's decided to come out and play when I'm trying to do a ration review. So, alrighty. So what I'm going to try to do here is I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this. This will work. I want to try to do this on camera some way, well, it's, I don't have a very good place to do this. I'm going to set the Esmond stove on this baking sheet and then do it on that. That way, if something were to spill off the side, it won't catch something on fire. It'll be on that baking sheet. That's, for doing it inside, that's probably going to be your only bet. I'm going to try to do it in here if I can figure out a way to do it. I'm going to try to do it, if you can still hear me, I'm going to try to do it on camera, at least showing you the process of getting it started. Okay, well, we'll just do it like this then. Alright. So we have our kasha. I'm going to go ahead and open the kasha, and we'll take a gander and see what it looks like we're dealing with here. Now, I have heard that these little cans are kind of hard to open, so. Oh boy. There we go. Looks as good as the day it was packed. Smells good. It smells very beefy, if you want to call it that. So, like I said in the preview video, I plan on using the matches that comes in here. The waterproof, windproof matches. Now I don't know what I've done with them. Okay, here we are. So, it smells like Russia in here, if that makes any sense. I didn't never know what Russia smells like, but if I had to know now, I think that it would smell like what I'm smelling now. It just smells kind of like it just smells like a foreign smell to me, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Russia's a pretty awesome place to visit. But I always kind of wonder what it smells like in other countries. I don't know if anybody else has ever wondered that or pondered that themselves, but oh man. Well, upon trying to opening one, I managed to break the stick in half, but I'm gonna still try to use it because I don't need to. Hold it for any reason. I'm just lighting it and setting it on that. I'm just gonna light it and set it on that. Set it on that fuel tab, and then lost track of what I was trying to say. I don't really expect you to open some of this. Oh, well, I know what I'm gonna do to open this stuff. Some of these Russian rations, I remember seeing that it used to come with some kind of piercing tool. And I was not fortunate enough to get one. I think it's supposed to help you open stuff up in cold climate or something like that. I believe Nathan's MRE, he referred to it as a Russian Special Forces melee attack tool. Which that's pretty funny. That's a good way to describe that little tool, I guess. Okay, I got the little striking pad out, and I don't know how this is going to work. I'll go ahead and give it a shot. Now I'm going to try to pan the camera around so you can kind of watch me. Pay no mind to the pile of dishes in the sink. Where I work all night and sleep all day, it kind of makes you get behind on your dishes, but I'm going to try to do this on camera so y'all can see it happen. It smelled like it tried to light. I could smell it. Come on. I don't think our striking pad's going to fare much account. It's already falling apart. Me trying to strike this one match. Well, if you want to learn how not to light a Russian match, I guess we now will see. It smells like it's trying to do something, but oh my gosh. I think I've done just about wore off all the striking material off of the striking pad. Well, the striking pad is an epic failure, so I have a box of matches laying around here somewhere. I'm going to try to get find the box of, there it is. I'm going to still try to use the match, but I'm going to use the striking strike on box of matches, the striking service on that to do it, because me trying to strike it so many times, I've already worn off the striking material of that little pad that they supplied. Just yeah, go figure. I guess I'd be a lost case in the Russian military. So we'll see if we can't get this to go. Come on now, really? we go. Well, we got success number one out of a match, finally, if you can see it burning. You just got to let that burn for a minute to get that fuel tab started. And I think it's actually already taken off, because that match would have already burned up by now. Let's get our cautious set on top of our plate. Yeah, the fuel tab's taken off. I can see the blue flame coming off of it. So. We'll go ahead and reset the, it's still burning? Yeah. So, now as you can see, our breakfast main is on the Esbit stove, heating up. The Russians don't have FRHs, so they go old school and give you fuel tabs and Esbit stoves. And listen to it now, you can hear the kasha already sizzling off over there, so she's a cooking. So while that thing's cooking, I'm gonna open up this weird little bar and see what we got with it. So this is what that bar is, and I think I recognize this. This is a fruit and energy bar of some sorts. And I think I remember people saying distinctly that this was actually pretty good, so I'll give it a try and see what it tastes like. Oh my gosh. That is so good. It tastes like a bar of raisins. Like, you know what raisins taste like, but it tastes like a whole bar of raisins, but it's like a fruit bar. That was so good. I can't believe that was that good already. That's crazy. That was just the first thing out of the ration that I tried. Man, oh man, was it good. I'm opening up a package of these crackers. Here's a piece of one. It's kind of a thick cracker. I think they call these the flour crackers or something like that. It's kind of dense, hard. Yeah, that's by itself, the cracker has a very distinct flour taste. Like, it just tastes like flour, almost like a raw flour. It's kind of weird, but all in all, it actually has a really good. It's not an overpowering flour flavor. It just tastes like a very malty, floury type taste, like it's a really natural cracker. The malt flavor in the cracker, it actually kind of reminds me a lot of like the malt flavoring of beer. So, I mean, I like my beer, so that, that cracker right there is a home run for me. Okay, our spoon. Might have to take this spoon and give our kasha a little bit of a stir before it starts getting away from us here. I don't know if it's really possible. Ow. Yep, that's hot. Stirring, it's not going to be possible. Not until it gets done cooking. And we've just been heating it up here a little bit. I don't know how long that fuel tab burns for, but I guess all we got to do is let the fuel tab burn out, and that's pretty much how long your main needs to cook for. So I guess that's a good way to judge that. Looks like the fuel tab is mostly burned up by now, so maybe our main might be getting close to being done. I don't know. I don't think they got to cook a whole long time on that. But we'll go ahead and get this jam opened up here and get it on a cracker and see what it tastes like. Nice, easy open pouch. Like, your jam pouches in a USMRE are so hard to open, it's ridiculous. These are easy. If I can get that in there to see what comes out of this. I'm guessing it's a jam. And it is. It's some kind of a fruit jam. Looks like it's the apple jam or something. So there's some of that on a cracker. That's definitely going to be good for breakfast. Looks like it's the apple jam or something along that nature. I hope it is, because they say the apple jam is like dynamite out of these rations. I think it is the apple jam. It tastes like apple. It might be the apple butter. I think it's the apple butter actually instead of apple jam. I'm so glad I got the apple jam, because those are like the most dynamite spreads out of these Russian rations is the apple butter. And I'm so glad that they decided to give me the apple butter. Couldn't ask for anything else. Alright, so for coffee, we use a Keurig over here. 8 ounce. I'm going to try 8 ounces for the Russian coffee, because I don't know exactly how much water you're supposed to use for it. Somebody in the comments section can probably tell me specifically, because I do have another one of these Russian rations. And as good as this one has been so far, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold off very long to wait to eat the other one or not, because man, I'm telling you, these Russian rations are dynamite. Like, so far, like, I've just had the breakfast. I can't imagine what the rest of the stuff tastes like. I mean, I'm telling you, this is probably... I know you probably kind of hate to say it like this, but I think this Russian ration is better food than the USMRE food. Like, no joke. Like, the food to me is of higher quality. Like, it's real simple ingredients. It's, it's dynamite so far. The coffee looks perfect in there. I don't know if it'll come up on camera or not, but there's no dry mold. It's not clumped up or nothing like that. It's perfect. We'll go ahead and dump that into our mug here. The coffee smells like it's a really bold roast, which I think I do remember now that I think of it. I do remember some of the other MRE reviewers who's done these say that Russian coffee is a bolder flavor. Alright, I think that's cooked long enough, that main, so we're going to have to get that off of there. I think it actually smells like it's trying to burn a little bit. That's not good. that's convenient. The Esbit stove blows right out with just the breath of your air. So go ahead and turn the fan on. So I'm sure enough, that's when I put out the smoke alarm in a hurry. The smoke alarm can start going off on that one probably. I think this is sugar. It is. It's, as you can see down in there, it's sugar. I'll even dump some out of my hand just to double check. It looks like crystallized sugar. It's sugar. That's going into coffee. That's where I'm utilizing that. I don't know if I was supposed to or not, but I just went ahead and dumped the entire pack of sugar in the coffee. Whoops. I don't know if I was really supposed to or not, but it ain't gonna bother me. I like my coffee with a lot of sugar in it anyway, so that's perfect for me. Get that coffee stirred up there. Probably shouldn't be drinking coffee after getting home from work, and probably should be in bed right now, but this Russian ration has got me so excited right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to contain myself on this one. Definitely got to utilize the time that I'm awake and get this ration review done. So we're coming up on 52 minutes. I guess I'm not doing too bad on this review since for as much as what it is. I know my USMRE ration reviews usually span into about an hour, so I've tried everything, I think, except the coffee and the main. The crackers, the jam, that bar, the sugar. The wet nap, I didn't get no white wet naps for my hands, so I guess maybe they changed their game on that, and they just give you 3 of them for your hands now. I don't really know for sure. But, I got that one spoon I used for the coffee. I want to use I'm going to use my napkin right here to clean off my spoon, and that way I can use it to eat my main if I didn't burn it. I don't think I burned it. I don't think I had it on there for that long, but I might have. That's the first time I've ever cooked kasha in my life. So I got my spoon kind of cleaned off here somewhat. Let me see if I can give the coffee a try here. I guess I should have tried the coffee before the sugar first to give you all a base reading on it, but I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I just like my coffee. I'm sure it tastes about like normal coffee. But this mug I'm using right here, I don't know if it'll pull up, but it has a Shih Tzu dog on it. I don't know if I got any Shih Tzu dog fans watching my videos or not, but if they are, there's a little bit of Shih Tzu content for you on the mug. It's pretty hilarious. All right, let's give the coffee a try if it's not too hot. Oh wow, that's different. That's not your standard coffee like I'm used to having here in the States. It's definitely a bold roast. The sugar, I'm kind of glad I put the sugar in there because I'm almost sure by itself it would have been too strong of a coffee for me. Had to be. Alrighty, maybe this main is cooled down enough for me to grab a hold of it. I think it has. Yeah. It's just hard to open up. Oh boy. Whew. Look at that, folks. Look at that. It's still too hot to hold very long. It's cool enough that I can hold it enough to get the lid off of it. But I'm telling you what, that right there looks so good. Like, I've never had kasha before in my life, and everybody that I've seen that does these reviews says the kasha is like one of the #1 main dishes in these rations. So I sure hope they're right, because I'm about to give it a try for my palate, and we'll see how my palate agrees with this kasha. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and kind of mix it up here a little bit. Oh my gosh, the smell coming off of it is just insane. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, this is a very new type of smell to me. I've never smelled a dish like this. If you're going to get kasha and you've never had kasha before, I would say the best place to get kasha is directly where this kasha came from. That is the motherland of Russia. Out of everybody that in the world that probably makes kasha, I would say Russia makes by far the best kasha you can get. So right there's a nice spoonful of kasha. And I don't really know what kasha is made of. I don't know if you can see my hand or not. Can you see my hand? I guess not. Okay, there we go. Kasha, sorry about that. I didn't know if I was getting everything on camera or not, but from what I understand from the other reviewers, kasha is basically like a buckwheat and beef kind of deal, and I don't think I've ever had buckwheat before, so we'll go ahead and give this kasha a taste test and see what I'm about to enjoy here. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you what, that has got to be some of the best military main dish out of a ration I've ever had so far. Like, no joke, that stuff right there is awesome. Now I know why the ration reviewers rave about the kasha. It's got this really hearty, beefy, weedy flavor. Like, the weedy flavor, I guess, comes from the buckwheat, but it's not like a normal wheat flavor. It's like I guess it's unique to buckwheat. I guess that's what buckwheat tastes like, but it's so beefy flavored. It's got nice cuts of beef in it. I could see that when I pull the top off, but it's got such a good flavor to it, and it's so unique. Like, when I tasted it, it was like as if somebody put the flavor of Russia in that dish. Like, it tastes exactly like Russia. I would imagine Russia would taste if it was a dish. That's exactly what that kasha tastes like. Now, I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but that's the way I'm describing it, because it's such a new flavor to me that I don't know what I'm describing. Besides that, it's 100% Russia. Like, that right there, I could probably eat my body weight in that stuff, honestly. That is some good stuff. I've never ever had a dish like that was that good, and it come out of a military ration at that. So that tells me that this 24-hour Russian IRP is off to a fantastic start with my palate. Like, everything that I tried in the breakfast, that's my breakfast that I put together. My breakfast version of this, like, everything that I tried was absolutely 100% dynamite. Like, I could eat that probably every day for the rest of my life and never get tired of the flavors of it. That's how good it was. The coffee is like such a unique flavor. It's just like the kasha. It's unique to Russia. The Russians put their own spin on their rations and their food that it tastes like no other food on the face of the earth. That's how I describe this ration. It's so unique. It's so Russia. I'm glad I bought these rations. Like, these rations came to my door, and I was kind of worried that they might have suffered some collateral damage from the shipping and handling, but now that I've gotten into it and I see my contents, I'm 100% confident that both rations are going to be absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely nothing suffered any collateral damage whatsoever. Like, everything was still sealed, everything's fresh, everything tastes dynamite. There's no crumbs of any sorts in the bottom of the box. There might be some now from me opening up stuff, but everything was here. Everything was fresh. Everything was still sealed. I know I said that just a second ago, and I'm saying it over, but I'm just so floored at the quality and the flavors of this ration that I can't wrap my head around it. Like, I've never had such an awesome experience with a military ration. Now, granted, the U.S. MREs, they're still going to hold, a place among military rations. I mean, I gotta keep my U.S. MREs in the books for me, but I'm going to put this Russian military ration into a category, a separate category from U.S. MREs, because this is a foreign ration. It's not fair to compare this ration to a U.S. MRE when they're coming from two completely different countries, and they contain completely different components. And the components are unique to each. So you can't compare the two military rations accurately, because the items are so unique to each that I feel like they need to be in a category all their own. So my category for this Russian IRP, I'm going to use as my foreign ration experience category. So far, I know this is the only country of MREs I've had so far, but so far the Russian IRP 24-hour daily ration is going to be number one on my foreign ration experience category. I mean, this is by far probably the best to my palate. I could not believe how good this stuff is. Like, I came into this ration, not expecting to like much of anything in this ration, honestly. I thought, it's going to have probably weird stuff in there. I'm probably not going to like it. It's probably going to taste too foreign to me or whatever, but I was dead wrong in thinking that. Like, I should have came into this ration more open-minded, honestly. But I'm telling you, anybody that's watching this ration review, if you have not gotten a Russian IRP ration yet, don't hold back. Get one or get two. They're actually kind of cheap. $25 for one of these rations, and you get all this stuff. I'm telling you right now that $25 to me is money absolutely 100% well spent. Like, I am so glad that I spent $25 on this ration. Plus I got another one, so I spent close to, I probably spent $50 or so, maybe close to 50. I can't remember what the deal was, but for $25 for one of these rations, you get all this stuff. And all this food is such high quality and so natural and so hearty. I'm telling you what, the $25 in my book is a steal for one of these rations. Everything is awesome in this ration. I'm telling you, if you have not gotten one of these yet and you're curious and you're on the fence about it because you don't know if it's going to be good or if you're going to like it or whatever, I'm telling you, you're going to like it. This food in this ration is basically designed for everybody's palate, pretty much. Everything has been absolutely wonderful. I'm so glad I bought this ration. So glad I bought it. Once I consume both these rations, I might buy a bunch of them, and I don't know if I could do that because the ones I'm getting are pretty close to their expiration date. But I kind of wanted to say I'd like to buy a bunch of them and keep a stockpile of them, but as close to the expiration date as these are getting, I'm not sure if that would be a good idea. Russian coffee. Nothing like it in the world. So bold, so hearty. I'm gonna get another bite of this. I'm gonna get another bite of this kasha before it gets too cold. It's still steaming hot though, so that the Esmond stove did its job. Like the kasha is still steaming out of it, and I've been standing here talking for I don't know how long since after I took the first bite. Oh my gosh. It might sound a little weird and a little nerdy to me to make these crazy sounding satisfaction noises after taking a bite of that kasha or the tea, or not the tea, but the coffee. And oh my gosh, I'll tell you what. I mean, this is going to be probably one of the best breakfasts I've had in my life. And I've had a lot of breakfast. And check that out. Here's one of the crackers that's whole, didn't get busted up. I'm gonna get some more of this jam on this cracker because I done almost forgot about this jam. I've been ranting and raving over the kasha, and I got this wonderful apple butter right here for these crackers. Everything in this ration is so good so far that it's hard to pick out what's your favorite. Right now, I'm gonna say that the whole ration is my favorite. Like, you can't pick an individual item out of this ration to be your favorite. Like, it's all so good. Oh my gosh. So good. I gotta admit, the crackers might actually be a little bit stale. Nah, they shouldn't be. I don't think they're stale. I thought they was at first, but I think that's just how they are. They're such a hard, dense cracker. I think they're supposed to be called biscuits. I don't know. Cracker biscuits. They're so hard. That actually might be the way they're supposed to be. Ooh, got a little bit of jam on the fuel tab, but that's gonna smell good later. Oh yeah. Oh, we didn't get no chocolate bar or gum like I've seen in some of the other rations, Russian rations. I was hoping I'd at least get a Russian chocolate bar. I wanted to try a Russian chocolate bar so bad, but I didn't get a chance to do that. They swapped it out, I guess, for the fruit bar that's right here. That's supposed to be your little dessert. Okay, here's your wet nap. I figure since y'all's probably not hardly seen a Russian wet wipe out of the Russian IRP, I figured I'd go ahead and give this one a try. Excuse me. The smell of it, it smells exactly like baby wipes. That real strong, kind of floral baby smell of a baby wipe. That's what that smells like. It smells exactly like a baby wipe. It's not bad. I mean, it's pretty pleasant, actually, I think. It definitely would be very pleasant to use and to smell, and it should definitely do the job. Now, everybody that's done these reviews has described these wet wipes as more like a cloth, and they're fairly durable and fairly strong. And when I unravel this thing, it does look like a cloth. It kind of stretches like a cloth. It's fairly durable. And you could, wipe your hands with it. It'll kind of help sanitize your hands for whatever you like to, or sanitize your hands so before you eat. You got clean hands to prepare your meals with, which my hands were clean when I started this. Is the reason I didn't use these before I started. My hands were already clean anyway, so I didn't need to use it. But since I've coming toward the end of the breakfast part of this review, I figured I'd go ahead and get one out and try it out and describe to y'all and let y'all see what it does. And the cleaning solution on the wet wipe seems like it dries fairly quick. Like, I just got done wiping my hands off, and man, my hands just have that really pleasant baby wipe smell, and it just smells very unique. Like, at first it smelled like baby wipes that I've smelled before, but as I smell it some more, it starts to smell like again, like the rest of the ration. It's unique to Russia. Like, wow, it's actually pleasant. It's very pleasant. It's very kind of floral scented, and I'm surprised by that. Like, you never can tell how they smell, because obviously we don't have smell vision. And when these ration reviewers, they've done these rations, and they try to describe to you the best they can of what these smell like, or what these taste like, or what anything tastes like, or smells like. But the best way to do it, I'm telling you, you got to pick you up one of these Russian IRPs. Get the stuff out, taste it, smell it. Go for the whole experience. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. There is one little thing of advice for these Russian IRPs I'll tell you. And I'm sure other people said the same thing before, but there is a possibility when you get one that it could be compromised. Like I said, you've seen these squishy cans, right? Or squishable cans, or whatever, that the mains come in. It don't take much to bust one of those open, and the contents spill out, go on everything else, and then eventually it molds over, and the mold spreads to everything in the pack, and the whole ration's compromised. It's possible. When I ordered these things, you don't have control of picking out one that's is fresh. They send you whatever they send you, and you have to hope that you get some that are still edible and still fresh. And I got lucky, and this one here had absolutely zero collateral damage inside. Everything was still sealed up. Everything still tastes fresh as it should. There's no mold. There's no sticky spillage. There's no none of that. It's all good. I mean, matter of fact, I can find maybe the main bag says they're on here somewhere. I'm gonna find that paper that was coming in. I think the seller's name is on that paper. Maybe it's still in the box. All right. Let's see. Where did that go? It was in the Amazon box. I forgot to laid it back in there. Okay. I'll see if that'll come up on camera, but there's the seller of the Russian IRPs on Amazon that I got these from. I think it's pronounced Nikita or something like that, but that's where these rations came from, and so far it looks to me like they're home runs. Like there's absolutely zero collateral damage, and that's remarkable for something that traveled like 13,000 miles to get here. And so I guess if you get on Amazon to find one, look for that name, Nikita. They should have some more of these on here. I only ordered 2, and I thought they had like 12 or 13 of these on here that they were selling on there. But then there's another place I know that should have these, and they might even have newer ones than what I got, or fresher ones, and they might have different. All the other Russian IRPs. Foreignmre.com. If you can't find nothing on Amazon, which that's where I've been getting all my military rations so far, is off Amazon. I'm going to give foreignmre.com a try. Because I know they carry a lot of the foreign rations that even Amazon doesn't. So if you really want to get, explore around with the foreign rations, you've gotta get on foreignmre.com. Art and Nina are super wonderful, nice people. From what I've heard from the other ration reviewers that's done business with them. They say they are the absolute nicest people. They'll go out of their way to ensure you get what you want, and they'll go out of their way to ensure that what you get is fresh when it gets to your door. So, yeah, I wanna order some stuff off of foreignmre.com myself, and get to know Art and Nina off of there, and give them my business. I would like to actually give them the majority of my foreign ration business, because they have the best variety of foreign rations that I've seen. I've been on their website and browsed around, and they got a lot of this. They got everything that I've actually seen ration reviews done of, and thought, oh, I wonder what that would taste like. Well, they actually have the same rations on their website. You can go on there. They got hundreds and hundreds of rations from hundreds and hundreds of different countries across the world. I mean, so your best bet to find a foreign ration from a country that you've never well, I'm sure you've heard of it, but from a not so common country, chances are they got it. So actually, that's what I plan on doing. Is I plan on switching my business over from Amazon buying foreign rations over to Art and Nina at foreignmre.com. That way, you know, that I got a better chance of finding more unique foreign rations. I mean, Amazon, the only thing I've seen foreign on there so far is like these Russian IRPs I've seen on there, and I think I've seen like one or two German EPA rations on Amazon. And, you know, if I get a German EPA, it's going to have to come from Amazon, because I've actually looked for one on foreignmre.com and I haven't seen one on there yet. Now they may get one in soon. I don't know. I mean, but anyway, yeah, I think that's about it for breakfast. I think I've tried everything for breakfast that I picked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the breakfast portion of this ration review and eat my breakfast here before it gets too cold. And get my coffee drink and fruit bar and crackers and jam consumed up. But I want to thank you all for sticking around and watching all my videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to everybody that's already done so. Just, you know, spread the word about my channel. I got plenty of stuff coming. I got 2 cases of USMRE ration reviews to do. So, and then I got these Russian IRPs, and you know, that's just the surface of all the stuff that I plan on doing on my channel. So yeah, just be sure and like, comment, subscribe. Definitely, if you want to see more military ration reviews from obviously the U.S., but I'm going to do some from other countries around the world. And since this Russian IRP was a big hit, I want to try to find some different Russian IRPs. Maybe see what Russia's whole table has to offer when it comes to rations. So, but yeah, thank you everybody for watching and sticking around to check out this Russian IRP with me. I know this is probably going to be kind of a long video. It's already almost an hour and a half long, but yeah, this is like I said, this is going to be 3 parts for breakfast, lunch, and dinner of this ration. It's a 24-hour ration. I don't have the room to spread the whole ration out and try, so I'm going to do it in the breakfast, lunch, and dinner segments. Just see how that goes. I mean, that's the only way I know right now to handle a 24-hour ration, since this is the first one I've ever had. But yeah, the Esma stove did its job good. It heated up that kasha completely through. That kasha was probably still really warm all the way through. The coffee turned out awesome. The crackers, the jam, the fruit bar. I mean, I'm telling you what, guys, go find you a Russian IRP and get the same experience that I'm getting right now with this stuff. I mean, I can't wait to try the other stuff. So yeah, go ahead and get you a Russian IRP. They're actually relatively cheap. Like I said, $25 for the whole ration. You get almost 4 pounds worth of stuff. It's crazy. But, yeah, like I said again, thank you for watching and sticking around for the whole. Be sure to stick around for the whole video series on this ration if you want to see the review of everything in the whole ration. And we'll catch you around, probably try to catch you around lunchtime, around noon or so. Noon or 1 o'clock probably be my lunch. And we'll do the lunch review. And then later on that evening, we'll try and do the dinner part of the ration, and that should be the whole ration right there. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you for lunch later.